Okay, I have a lot of people ask me all the time, how is it that you drive so much, Wes? And you drive at night, especially in the wintertime. There's so much driving, and how is it you deal with it? You deal with all the morons out there, and what can you teach the newer drivers about driving? Well, I'm gonna tell you a few things. The biggest problem I see about the newer drivers, and maybe it's not the newer drivers, I just assume that, is driving with the high beams on, okay? There's another one, okay, here. High beams are great if you're the only one on the road. You need to see where you're going. But if it's foggy or snowing kind of heavy, you can kind of see some snow coming there. What's the purpose of the high beams? You're not helping yourself, and all you are is blinding the other drivers. So this is just a topic that bugs the crap out of me, that all these people driving around high beams on. But there's nothing I can do about it, because what I want to show you is, here's my high beams, there's my low beams. There's not a huge difference. Low, high. High beams on, I can see, I might gain another 100 feet of view, maybe 200 feet of view, 100 or 200 feet of view. But, if it's nighttime and you have trouble viewing at night, I'll tell you two things. The first is, don't drive at night, or if you have to, get yourself a pair of yellow glasses. I actually have a pair in the car here. We're going to slip them over. Maybe. There we go. There we go. We got them over the thing. And it's not really working, but what happens is those yellow glasses actually take the glare away. So people can have their high beams on, and it won't hurt you as bad. Now, I don't use them as often as I should, but I see a lot of drivers out there that may think I have my high beams on, and I don't. And so what they do is they flash their headlights at me, so you see them do this real fast, and where they flash their headlights. Well, what I got to tell you is, technically speaking, that is illegal. It's against the law for your headlights to flash unless you have a permit to have emergency flashing lights. So if you're fire, ambulance, or police, you'll have a permit. But otherwise, it's illegal. And I've actually been stopped before by the Michigan State Police because I flashed my headlights at him thinking he had his high beams on, and he probably did. And so that means I wasn't ticketed for it, but it was more of a, hey, don't do that, you're breaking the law, I can ticket you. And I was just thankful I didn't get ticketed. So, but the other thing I want to tell you, how hard is it? Okay, there's another car coming, turn my high beams off. Okay, he turned his off. I know my camera kind of shows like everything's a blur, but that's only because there's so much road salt on my window right now. I don't think I can clean that off. Let's see. Did that make it any better? Let's wait for the next car. No, it still kind of looks the same. But yeah, there's no reason you need to be blinding the other cars or the other drivers just so you can see. If that's the case, you don't have any business being out here driving. You don't want to share the road. You might as well drive down the middle. Take your half, right? The middle half. So that takes care of night driving. Well, no, not completely. You know what else we forgot? Wildlife. Okay? So, that guy I was thinking, He come up the hill, realized, hey, he's got his high beams on, turned them off. Very considerate. Thank you. But for the people that don't do it, you on the other hand, yeah, I'm ready to show you what bright lights really look like. But what is it that they say? You know, you can't pound common sense into people. So, anyways, wildlife, okay, because that's the biggest thing in the UP, at least why people are running around with their high beams on, is they're like, oh, I gotta watch for deer. All right. So let me tell you this: you will eventually learn, maybe, you will learn the areas that deer are commonly at. If you're that worried about deer, first thing, slow down. It's wintertime, so if you don't feel comfortable driving 55, don't. Go 45, go 35. Drive to whatever the conditions are and what you can do. I would rather come up on a slow car and have to just pass that slow car than I would coming up on a car with his high beams on just because he or she's afraid of deer. Now, I tell you from experience, I drive a lot. I think today alone we're at 500 miles. Somewhere around a range of like 70,000 miles a year, most of which is here in the Upper Peninsula. Deer, you just watch for them. The likelihood that they're going to be standing in the middle of the road is very slim. More than likely, they're on the edge of the road. And the reason they're on the edge of the road is because there's food there. So they want the food. They might be crossing the road, but honestly, if a deer darts out right now, most people nowadays can't react quick enough. They're going to hit it anyways. So, yeah, gets it where we are now. Hope you enjoyed it.